coming in with the broken heart and leaving with the broken heart, crazy. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is TammyTalks. We are here to talk Love Island games. This is season 2, episode 3. This was a good one. I enjoyed it. I like the variety of challenges, right? And this is what I like about Love Island games. That every challenge is not them dry humping, licking, sucking, whatever, kissing each other. Like a game. All right. Before we get started, though, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, and then leave your comments down below. Let's get right into it. So, the episode kicks off right where the last one left off, where, we're going through the consequences of the duel, okay? So Dre is telling Tariq that she gave the challenge her all. Baby, no, you didn't. You couldn't have. If that's your all, Dre, my God, today. That can't be your all. I don't want that to be your all. I don't want you to tell anybody that was your all. Because if that was your all, okay, that wasn't your all, so we're not going to say that, okay? Meanwhile, Josh is over there talking to Andrea and talking about I just really want to be here. We know. You don't have to tell anybody that. We know. He then goes on to say that the power couple is back together. He then said something, I didn't quite catch it, but he said something to the effect of how he's like, I don't know if he said he was locked in with her, but it caused Andrea to say that, it's still kind of early, still wants to get to know other people. So Josh then goes on to say, we're a power couple because we're strong and we're likable. No, Josh, you are not likable. I'm sorry, but you're not. You're aggressive. You're weird. You look like a White Walker. Like, you already got 3 strikes with me. I'm sorry, but you're not a likable person. Talking about now he's walking through the village. Yeah, I feel good now. What? Please, okay? So then we see Lucinda and Tariq. They're over to the side talking, and he tells her that he's proud of her. Lucinda said, you know what? I was this close to giving up. Lucinda said, woo, this was too much for a Tuesday. So she said that she was super, super close to giving up, but she got her second win and she was able to push through, okay? Tariq then tells her, look, just in case you were wondering, I'm still going to see what's up with Dre, so don't get too comfortable because Dre is where my heart is. I said, okay. Lucinda just now, today, just in this moment, realizes she needs to be strategic moving forward. Lucinda. Lucinda has to stay because Lucinda is funny to me. But Lucinda now has a level of newfound confidence because she did win. So Charlie and Dre are over to the side talking. Dre sees Lucinda and Tariq down talking over by the dock. And she's like, oh my God, they're talking. Charlie was like, she ain't happy. Charlie, worry about yourself, baby, okay? Worry about yourself. I get that you and Dre are season 7 buddies and all that type of stuff, but worry about yourself. Dre then says she's embarrassed, and you should be. You should be. Talking about, I didn't imagine that Lucinda would win. We didn't either. You're bigger than her. You're taller than her. You got a longer wingspan than her. She shouldn't have won. Dre, she shouldn't have. So Dre is worried about Tariq wanting to move on from her. Girl, he is disgusted with your lack of athletic ability. In case you were wondering, I'm here to tell you, he's disgusted. Baby, I don't think he's going to recouple up with you. I don't think that's gonna happen. So Kendall, his braids, and Gerby go into the speakeasy to talk, and he's like, "I like where we are. You know, feels like we're having a good time. We're a good item." Tells her that she's a cutie, loves her vibe, and likes her as a person. They then merge into the photo booth, and after some giggling and a little bit of twinge of awkwardness, they end up kissing, like kissing, okay? And after that, she had to cool her jets because remember, she's still carrying her V card. Shout out to her for that. She's still carrying her V card, and she ain't about to, pop it for P on the Love Island. All right. So Dre and Tariq are talking, and Iain sent me to the moon when he said that Dre was trying to camouflage into the sofa so she doesn't get sent home. Hollered. So Tariq tells her, look, kind of doubting you now after. If Tariq is anything, he's honest. But he tells her that he's doubting her. Dre said that this is not going the way that she thought it would go. And then she starts crying. Look, you, Lucinda, no. What are you? I don't want to be insensitive, okay? I don't want to talk out of turn. But I just kind of feel like crying because you didn't get, like, were y'all not prepared? What did you think you were signing up for? It's called Love Island Games. Games is the important word. Come on. So she starts crying and it's not because she's lost, it's because this isn't going the way that she thought. Okay, girl. So Tariq tells her, keep a positive mindset. Dre, look, come close. Go take a shower, okay? Get you a bottle, fill up your little water bottle, okay? Go to sleep, rest, wake up tomorrow and get your head in the game. The same thing I told Lucinda to do. But sitting here crying helps and solves nothing, okay? So Tariq and KK are talking in the showers. And she tells him that her pace with Chris is just slower than what she's used to. Because remember, Keenan was ready to jump her bones every chance she got. KK is another one that caught a body on TV. The North remembers, okay? So Tariq is like, do you want me to speed up the pace for you? I said, getting a little fresh. And then they end up kissing. I said, ooh, okay. So meanwhile, Mert is downstairs telling Chris, you need to cuddle with KK. Chris is like, I can't. I'm going to fall asleep. I said, Chris, take your big ass home. I'm sick of the way he's dressing. Did you only pack cut off shirts? Everything about Chris is irritating me. I'm disgusted with him. KK comes back down to bed after finally getting a kiss and rolls her eyes when she sees that Chris is asleep already. So the next morning, in the still of the night, Charlie gets a text that he and Dre are going to be leaving the villa to go get some much needed R&R, okay? So the next morning, I think that was Andrea that KK was talking to and told her that she kissed Tariq. KK, baby, there was no reason for you to tell anybody. That should have stayed right here. You should have kept that close to the vest. There was no reason for you to run and tell Andrea that. You don't know that girl like that. Where are your season 5 people? Is Destiny coming? Oh my God. Is Carmen? No, Carmen's with old weird boy from 6. Nonetheless, there was no reason for you to run and tell no reason for you to run and tell her that. So Celine thought the oatmeal that Mert made for everybody this morning was nasty. Did y'all see her face? She didn't like it. Mert, what you putting in the oatmeal? Cause she is not like nobody's liked it, Mert. Is it a special recipe that you just like? What are you doing? Because how you messing up oatmeal? So Justine and Johnny. Now y'all were in my comments saying that they were going to be there for a challenge. No, they asses are on the show. So they come in as Bombshells. They are both from the USA season 2, and they are both from Love Island Games season 1. So Justine won her season. She won season 2. Justine won Love Island Games season 1. Johnny was her runner-up on both of those. And so now they're back. Justine trying to repeat and Johnny trying to get a win, okay? So Charlie and Justine meet up, and then Dre and Johnny meet up. So let's do Charlie and Justine first. Charlie lets Justine know that he just lost his duel and he's vulnerable, okay? Justine asks him, so you here for love or money? Shout out to The Dream. What a fabulous album. Love versus Money, top tier. If you don't know it, get on the Apple Music, okay? So Justine said that when she came into this, she came in with the mindset of winning just being a bonus, but she's going to shift her mindset. She wants the money. She's focused on winning. Now, Charlie said that he wants to win with his connection. He wants to do a double whammy. He then tells Justine, girl, the money is $250K. Justine said, bullshit. Now her sights are really set on winning, okay? So Johnny and Dre, let's pan over to them. Apparently, they have seen each other within the past couple of months. Johnny said that, we got unfinished business. I said, unfinished business? What y'all got going on? What's unfinished about your business? So, come to find out that they have been hanging out tough, okay? Dre does not want anyone to know that they have been hanging out and kissing. She feels like they can keep that in the back pocket and pull it out as a big joker. Don't know how that will be anybody's big joker, but okay, girl. So he then Johnny tells Dre that he is her knight in shining armor. She don't know what the fuck that means. I said, girl, next thing you know, they end up kissing again because she says that she has kissed Zay and she has kissed Tariq. You also kissed, didn't she kiss Charlie? You kissed Charlie too. But she lets him know that she kissed all these people. And he was like, were they better than me? You tell me, you tell me. So then they end up kissing. Dre also lets Johnny know that she lost to Lucinda. Johnny was all of us. Ain't she this big? You're bigger than her. You shouldn't have lost that, Dre. You shouldn't have. So while they're talking, they get a text, both her and Charlie, that they are going to be coupling up, or that they are going to be, coupling up with Johnny and Justine for this challenge, and they are going to be competing against a couple of their choosing. If they win, they get to couple up with Johnny and or Justine and stay. If they lose, they have to keep the necklace, okay? Should they win, they get to give the heartbreak necklace to one of the people in the couple that they lost. I said, oh, sucky now, because this just got interesting. So back at the villa, Zay is telling Celine that he doesn't have sexual chemistry with Nicola. Celine said that she's open to excuse me, y'all. Celine said that she's open to talking to everyone, but she won't specify who she is interested in. But in her confessional, she lets us know she likes Zay. She just wants to, make him say that he likes her first, okay? Cool. I'm all for it, girl. So Mert and Lucinda end up kissing in soul ties, and now she seems to like him more. The kiss helped. Cool on y'all. So everybody sitting around chilling, talking, having a time, okay? Gerby gets a text that Charlie and Dre have been spending the day with two bombshells. Tonight is the first dump, and somebody's taking their ass on home, okay? They will be competing against couples for that heartbreak necklace. We then find out that Charlie and Justine picked Nicola and Isaiah, and Johnny and Dre picked Gerby and Kendall. I was shocked that they picked Gerby and Kendall. Now, we saw some of their rationale as they were kind of going through couple by couple. I thought it was interesting because it does not seem like Johnny and Justine were in the back watching, or at least getting clips from what's been happening. So when they were doing like the play-by-play, I just thought it was VV interesting that they ended up with Gerby and Kendall. Because Dre, in what world would you be better than Gerby? But okay. So Nicola gets real loud live talking about who the fuck is this bitch? I said, whoa, whoa, because Justine will beat you. But okay. I mean, I like the confidence, but it's also like relax a little bit. So Isaiah said that he wasn't nervous, but he was sitting there shaking like a stripper. I said, you nervous? Because I always bounce my leg. Then you have some type of anxiety, sir, because you're not supposed to be bouncing your leg like that. Now there is once again no boogie juice tonight. There's no boogie music, but it's time for a challenge. It's time for a challenge. Let's do it, okay? So everybody comes in, they sit down in the little bleachers, and I'm like, okay, so what we doing? Let's get it. Josh, Tariq, and Kendall looked shooketh when Johnny's fine ass walked in. They looked a little, uh-oh. I feel like everybody was a little more relaxed because it wasn't physical. Because had it been a physical challenge and they saw Justine and Johnny walk in, oh, I feel like more people would have been nervous. But they knew it wasn't going to be physical, so everybody was kind of, they were still a little shook. But it was like, okay, at least for today, this is cool. But Justine is a beach. Like, she also does the challenge. I think Johnny did the challenge. Y'all should be worried, okay? So basically, what they're gonna do is there is a broken heart, like metal, whatever. It's like a heartbeat, right? You know how like the EKG does your heartbeat or whatever? So they each are gonna stand on the side, on each side of the ring, each side of the heart. There's a metal ring in the middle, and they're gonna be holding the string, and they have to get it through all the little parts of this heartbeat without it touching. If it touches, you got to go back to your safe zone and start from that point moving forward. Whichever couple loses, okay, if it's Charlie or Dre Dre and their couple loses, they have to keep the broken heart. However, if they win, they can give the broken heart to one of the people in that couple, and somebody's taking their ass home tonight, all right? So, Isaiah and Nicola are up first going against Justine and Charlie. Now, at first they were going too fast. I mean, because it is a race, right? But they were going so fast that I feel like they didn't have strategy. So what I did not like, I can tell you this, was how Isaiah kept blaming it on Nicola. You're not holding it tight enough. And it's like, wait a minute, because it's not all on her. It's not all on her. And if you feel like she's lacking at some point, why not encourage her instead of blaming her in the middle of the challenge? Isaiah, you are now on the sticky with me. Not a fan. Not a fan. Okay. But they do end up winning. They end up winning. Charlie and Justine could not get past like the second safe spot and they end up losing. So Charlie has to keep the heartbreak necklace. So next up is Johnny and Dre Dre versus Garby and Kendall. What Johnny did wonderfully was Johnny controlled the speed and Johnny did a lot of the heavy lifting because he knew that Dre, not the best when it comes to competing. But one thing he did was he encouraged her. He didn't yell at her halfway through. He didn't tell her that she was like, Johnny did good. He kept telling her, keep the tension. I'm going to turn. Hold still. Bend your knees. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Garby and Kendall were struggling. And Kendall fell into that whole, damn, Garby, come on, Garby, don't do that. Because who are you helping by yelling at her? You know what I mean? Who are you helping? Who are you helping by doing that? So I feel like their race, their competition was more exciting. Johnny and Dre Dre got way to the end. They were like here with it. Here with it. And next, do a good visual representation for y'all. They were like this with it, right? Let me get a different color. They were like this, right? And they touched at the end. I screamed. I said, damn. So they had to go back to the drawing board and they were able to get it. Garby and Kendall were starting to catch up, but Garby's nerves were getting the best of her. You could literally see her hand shaking. I did feel bad for them. But Dre and Johnny end up winning, okay? Dre Dre and Ty have a little back and forth where he was like, "You don't believe in yourself, so it's hard for me to believe in you." I said, "Ooh, yikes." So, sorry, y'all, the lights are killing me today. So Dre Dre ends up giving her necklace to Kendall. Now it looked like she was going to give it to Gerby. She gave it to Kendall. Kendall's eyes immediately turned pink. He was about to cry. He was about to cry. I would feel the way too if I got sent home on some bullshit like this. So Charlie and Kendall both are vulnerable. They both have to go stand on the heartbreak. And each islander has to stand behind who they want to save in one of Love Island's infamous humiliation rituals, okay? So ultimately, Kendall gets the most votes and is safe. Now, I was clocking who stood behind Charlie. I understand Chris standing behind Charlie, season 6. I understand Dre Dre standing behind Charlie. Celine, why? Why did you want to save Charlie? Why? Andrea, I get because she was like vibing with him. And Justine, I get because, that was her damn partner. But Kendall had more friends in the villa. But why did Tariq stand by Charlie? Is it because of the UK thing? It has to be the UK connection. I know that Charlie was on a US season, but he is from the UK. That's the only reason I can think of. So Charlie goes home, and Ariana was like, "Well, Charlie, you came in with the heartbreak necklace, the broken heart necklace, and you're leaving with it too." I said, "Well, damn, Ari." And that was the end of the episode. And tomorrow night, another Love Island Games veteran from season 1 is coming, Toby. I know I didn't like his ass. So we're going to see how Toby does coming in this season. But this was another really good, entertaining episode. Let me know what you guys thought about it down below. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow for another episode. Peace.